Hello, you're welcome. I say great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this hour. I say welcome to 75th edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. And I will say, as usual, as always, I always tell you that in equity investment, whatever you are trading, no matter the instrument you are trading, you need to have a plan and a goal, and that goal has to guide your decision. You have your stop loss as at when due. Once your decision is there, it will have you know your support level and your resistance level, and that stop loss at the same time will help you lot also to know what to do, especially as we speak now, the matured market, say the global market, I'll tell you, all the stocks there are opening lower again today at this hour. Let me use that because despite the hope for a market bottom, I'll tell you that many fund managers around that climate, especially in US and Europe, are still saying that they are not betting on what on a big rebound for one reason or the other, especially as Ukraine and Russia conflict linger. These are what they are saying, and also that the reports or economic data that are coming, they are mixed. Yes, the fear of recession is still there, despite the figures that are not pointing to that direction as we speak now. But still, they are all noticing that they are looking forward to see the GDP for second quarter. That means in next month for their environment. That also determine where the global economy is going. These are the factors that are kind of influencing this performance in this matured market. But I will tell you that oil price has also been a force in this market globally and also down home in our market here. And also don't forget that at the meeting of OPEC yesterday, yes, oil price continued to oscillate. As we speak now, oil is trading around 116.7 dollar per a barrel. As OPEC increased production to make up for what is no that will come as a shortfall from what from Russia suspension and also all these Western sanction here and there, and also the recent one that was done with, early this week, the Euro the EU coming together also to kind of empower the importation of Russia for them to push it down. They are increasing output, and that will also be a plus for us back here in Nigeria if we go also to advance or can increase our own production down here. Don't forget that yesterday I was telling you that we have added about 70,000 per barrel a day in Nigeria. But now they are also at the end of the OPEC meeting, we also increase our production, especially in Nigeria. If now they've added to us, it's for our own good because I tell you, as far as oil price remain above $400, all oil producing nations, I'm telling you, they are all smiling. If we can meet our production, it will be part of what will help us to manage our economy and come out of this world where yeah, yes, we are recovering, but I can tell you that there are some contraction in some of the sectors. But if we have fun, as a oil price remain, above $100, and we are managing it very well, because if you look at our benchmark, for 2022 um, budget, I will tell you that it is also above it already. If that is above it already, it just means that for for those that are yet to log in into that space, because I tell you, if the World Bank are telling us that we're expecting to see a kind of improvement in our GDP, which I said yesterday, or our economic production, it tells you that we have already a position to go with. That is the way it should be. You need to know exactly what is happening in the economy, because once you know what happening in the economy, it will give you the opportunity to plan ahead with that trend, because every investment is against the future. As we speak now, oil price remain high, which I said is a good news for us because now they have further increased our expected production. If that is achieved, I'll tell you, it will help our economic managers, especially CBN, to manage our FS and other things that will also impact at the end of the day, to our economy. That is how we should go now. Like now, like I want to just say again that back home here, we're seeing a kind of almost a 4 days pullback in the market. But I'm expecting that after 4 days pullback, I expect that the banking hunters will gradually start coming back to the market to take advantage of what? Advantage of what? The low price attraction. That at the end of the day will help investors to know to buy low and sell high. Don't forget that in equity investment, you buy low, you sell high. And also, when there is always an uptrend too, there are bound to be what? Correction. This pullback will create opportunity for you to enter at the what? At a lower price. But as I always say, let your what? Your investment goal and objective guide you at any given time when you are entering the market. Don't just be carried away with the market gyration or market is pulling back. Let your goal guide, because Mr. A goal is different from your own goal. That means your source of fund is different from Mr. A source of fund. You should know all this so that it will guide you. Like I just said, that investing and trading has what? Inherent risk. Also, potential what? Reward for reward exists for what? For designing market players that understand stock market dynamics and also its operation. That means if you understand stock market dynamics and operation, that market will not remain in up direction. Like I said yesterday, that market has what? 4 phases, and also just like the economy also has a 5 phases. The market has what we call the accumulation stage, the markup stage, and also distribution and what and a decline. So it is that market also, before market can come down or go up, there are signs that you need to see. I said it yesterday that you need to know when a market is at the overbought region, and that region it came back, it will now pull back, correct to become a kind of pullback. After that, it now that it restarted kind of a top or high before pulling back. Then you now know what are the breadth of what is driving the market. You need to look at what are the numbers of stock and what are the numbers of industries in terms of sectors are supporting the up market. If you see that it's weakening, I think that it's telling you that sign for correction is underway. Also, when a market is about to bottom out, you need to know that market must test first of all the oversold region. That over region can now rally up again, because what that rally is what going to also give you an insight where it's going. Also has also what we call a like what I told you earlier, you need to know where it has retested another lower level, also strong support level. Then you now say what is the breadth. Look at the breadth of the breadth. We call it the breadth out in terms of technical analysis to know how many numbers of stocks are gaining at that particular time as about to bottom out. How many industry is also expanding at that particular time. You look at your index to give you an insight of all this. This is what you need to know at that particular level. Once you're able to get it, you are good to go. But you need to know it first, because once you have the idea, it will give you an insight what exactly you are about to do at that particular time. Once it's done, you are good to go, because that is the only way you can direct where the market is going or where it's not going. You need to understand how the market operates. Once you get how it operates, I'm telling you, you are good to go. Yes, before we go into looking at the individual stocks, I want to look at the general market. Then we can now talk about the state of the market. As we speak now, if you look at the market here, this chart here, you can see that market already still on a downtrend. You can see that market is correcting. But at this hour, you want to know the state of the market. As we speak, we're having 11 losers and 9 gainers. That means we're having a negative breadth market at this market. The breadth of the market is negative. That means we're having more losers than what advancers, more gainers than what more losers than advancers. That means we're seeing more stock losing price again this morning, more sell down. That means the sellers are still in control. At this time, I can tell you that the stock that are topping the losing chart are one of them. Let me start from the top. We're looking at fixing healthcare is one leading the loser chart now, followed by Sterling Bank. Then we can see UACN there, UACN. Then we'll see Women Bank and ICO. Others I can see in that chart, we can see the life of WAPCO and even Flower Me in that category among the losers chart this hour. But if you go flip to the other side, which is the gainer chart, you want to see who are those ones that are leading the chart. I will tell you that NACO, aviation service, NACO is one leading there, followed by Royal Exchange, Japan Gold, then followed by UPDC, and we can see Zenith Bank trying to come back. Like I said earlier, that the market have suffered losses for almost straight 4 days. Today being Friday, I expect to see a kind of gradual return of bargain hunters to take advantage of this pullback in prices. If that is seen today, we might see a mixed market, or we'll see the decline reducing significantly. But if not, we can see that next week, because this a week of almost 3 days for this new month. But I believe that between now and this end of second week of June, where spare market will be oscillating until starting also investor repositioning their portfolio ahead of earning season for for half-year result. And don't forget that I said it earlier in the previous class that as we are expecting half-year result, and don't forget that most of these companies that are coming, they come with what? They come with interim dividend. You now ask yourself, which sector am I expecting interim dividend? Which company am I expecting interim dividend? How is their performance for what? For Q1? How was their performance for 2021? Then you now give you insight of what you are going to do for those companies. Are they likely to pay, good at interim dividend payout? Or is there likely that new companies will come into interim dividend paying policy? But don't forget that in our market here, we have seen only 2 new stocks that have joined the interim dividend paying companies in the last year, which was which were no Julius, Presco and Waku. These are the 2 new companies that have joined into the interim dividend paying policy. If they sustain it this year, we will know. But we're looking forward at looking at the figures from these 2 companies. They are not bad. I also suggest that they are likely to do that. But as an investor, now that we're expecting half-year result, you should start preparing yourself. How will I position ahead of the number? Yeah, I always tell you that only a novice investor or just a JJC in the market that want to see result first. Yeah, they must people that invest in that direction. They want to see number first before they take action. That is why I said every investment takes expectation. If you really want to take advantage of price appreciation, you need to position in those stocks before what? Before results hit the market. Once you hit the market, and also actually I think you are setting up your stop loss and also your exit strategy in case your expectations are not met, because every investment again you don't have 100% control of the market. If you expect a company to do well and unfortunately they release a disappointing result or scorecard, that will affect the result of that the price of that company. But because you have a stop loss, that will quickly activate trigger you to sell up because you're a trader. But for those that are long-term investors, they see that it just it will correct. Fine, but for those that are that are trader, and that is because of life class, and because we use day chart, you need to understand what is happening and also how you can protect your capital, because you need to also manage your risk and also manage the capital you are investing. Also that at the end of the day you'll be at what at the equilibrium. Also you'll be at the more money side so that you're able to take advantage of what your money position. Yes, quick one. Want to go back to the market, want to look at the chart. I'll tell you that this is a live chart. You can see it here in this action. You can see it trending. We saw it up here before we now start seeing pullback. After market as last week, the previous week showed strong 3 days of rally as a result of price appreciation in the life of what of Africa. And that is what I'm telling you, that you need to know what will happen before you can see a market top or you see a market bottoming. You can see also see that what has happened. Market at this point now is slowing down because when market moved out previous week to touch a new height, it was only just one stock were pushing it and only one sector, which is a telecom and what and Airtel. Now that it has slowed down, you can see that market is now trying to go to correct. But it's expected that when market pull back, it gather more strength also to bank and how to move up speedily. If that is what we're expecting, don't need to panic. But I'll tell you, tell you that as an investor, you need to know what is happening in the market. That is why charting your the market, live market, is very, very important. Because I tell you that if you want to trade news, you must trade news with your technical analysis. You must trade news with your candlestick, because everything you are seeing on a candlestick, either on a 1 hour chart, on a day chart, on a weekly chart, on a monthly, on a whole year, is what investor psychology, their attitude, their sentiment will be reflected there, so that you know who is in charge of the market. Is it the buyer that's in charge or the seller that's in charge? You will know the sentiment around the market looking at the candlestick. That's why I said price action is very, very important in any market you are trading, in any instrument you are trading. You need to know what is the movement, where is the direction, and also seasonality and also timing also come with it, because you need to understand all this in investment. Once you understand timing in equity investment, you understand the seasonality, you understand the period of this to come, it will always guide you to position ahead and to watch your indicators to see what the market are saying, what is the attitude of people in the market ahead that season or before that season. These are why you need to always look at your chart, because it's a very strong tools to use. That's why I said, if you want to pick your stock, I know I always say it, you want to use your fundamental, I'm not against it. But I tell you, right price to buy and sell is what the technical will tell you. Whether the sentiments are positive or not, I will tell you as at close of trading yesterday, we're still having about 95 sell position against what just 5% buy position. Tells that people are still also taking profit because markets have rallied for 2 straight months, and also for the month of May alone, we saw market rallying for almost like more than 10 straight days before we start seeing correction. As from I did not 13th or 14th of May, then we start seeing correction up and down. Before now, so the life of Airtel changing the face of the market to close the market high. That's why I said you must know how to chart your your sectorial index. Yes, market index is looking up. Look at your sectorial. What is happening? Is the sectorial reflecting what is happening in general market? You're also going to know when we are doing that. That is why it's good to always look at your index, sectorial index, to know exactly what is happening. Yes, come back to our our what we call candlestick, or call it NGS index action. We want to call our indicators that we are used to in this class so that you understand where the market is going at this point. There's we are going to call up our T line. It's very, very important. It will always tell you what is happening in the market so that you will not be carried away with direction, not be carried away out of panic. All these are the things you won't be carried away because market is going down. But if you understand what the market is doing and you look at your indicators, because there are indicators meant for volatility, that's not meant for different market situation. You need to know what is the indicator saying. Once you're able to know that, you are good to go, and at the same time you take action. But I will tell you that after learning, after sharing, what matters is that are you taking action? That action is what makes the difference. Yeah. As we speak now, if you look at the index action and the trigger line, that's what I call it, or you call it T line. Now you can see that the market, on a day chart is still below what the T line, and you can see that there's a strong support level here. If you look at this candlestick, this between after this red one, this is strong, reversal pattern we have seen here. But now market is pulling back. This is the first strong support level that you expect the market. That means anytime market break off, around that, break down 52, 52,000 alone, it tells that all is not well. That means correction is underway. But after correction, what next? It was uptrend. You can see that there must be a correction. If you check the trend of the index action, you can see up and down. You can also the MACD telling you, behavior and momentum behind it. Money flow telling you when fund was entering and when fund is leaving the market. If you look at from here to here, despite the oscillation also here, because funds started leaving the market at this point, around the 13, 14 of May. You can see that the market are still coming down here. You can see that fund is leaving the market. Then the fund is entering elsewhere. Where is it entering? Because of the adjustment in NPR, fund is likely to. But I will tell you that the fixed income market, it was the first day after the announcement where we saw a move. But since then, we are seeing that there's no more liquidity on that side, and it's just foot dragging. I'm not seeing much happening there. But we believe that as all eyes are on the May customer price index, and also I think by today we should see the potential manager index. This I was going to tell you what's going to happen, and all eyes are that or this data or report. Once they come, going to also shape the market. Those in fixed income will know yes exactly where they are. They already know that they are having a negative return. If inflation also move up, that will not be too good for them. But this morning, despite that the market is also okay, yeah, we can still try to now at this hour try to okay, still in red, but one thing I can notice here that at today, like I told you that bargain hunter might likely go to the market. You can see that the morning flow index is trying to resist going down, looking up gradually. If you can see it here, I know it's yes, you can see it. I can see it. It's turning up. That funds likely to enter the market. That means we are seeing activities. Also, you can see when we are seeing a market rate of nine gainers against 11 losers. There before this just afternoon, I know that before the market is something might happen, and that one might also change the face of the market. For that, you don't need to panic at all. But rather, as I said earlier, it is when the market break down that 52 finally across to below it, there you can nothing. But I believe market is still on the decline phase already, but still very strong if you look at other indicators. But quick ones, the quick moment indicator are telling us funds are little about. But good thing this morning that I can see a little reversal on a day chart from money flow, and that would be a good one. Also, let's see our 1 hour chart to confirm exactly what is happening in the market. Yes, on 1 hour chart, you can see also we are seeing it here. On 1 hour chart, we are seeing that MACD is already turning to become bullish. We are seeing it here. You can see it here gradually on a daily chart, and you know what it sorry on a 1 hour chart. And 1 hour chart gives you quicker information to know exactly if it's a pointer. And we're seeing also money flow turning on the 1 hour chart, also turning on a day chart is a good signal to see that the bargain hunters are taking advantage of pullback in price, which are expected to happen after 4 days pullback, today being Friday. You can see it here on a day chart. But you can see, as I mentioned, that those stocks that were leading, in terms of the gainers and the losers, we're going to chart what is happening in NACO Where is NACO going from here? UPDC, Zenith Bank, we're going to look at them. Fixing, yes, fixing, as a market approach is a markdown date, okay, payment date. I think they mark down fixing. Let's look at the Sterling Bank and also UACN, to look at that stock, what is happening in this. This is a 60 stock we're going to look at this morning. On the volume side, we are good to go. We have a UACN, we're going to look at it. Okay, we can probably look at the FBN holding, because let's see what happens. We saw a good volume yesterday. Let's see the trend, what is happening to that FBN holding today. But let's start with the NACO. Let's see what is happening in NACO. NACO give us an insight. What we should expect. Let's look at the chart of NACO and see what is happening in that space. On a 1 hour chart, NACO is still trading above the T line. That's why we're seeing a pullback here in terms of you can see this red candlestick trying to like what we call a bearish covering. You can see this one here almost covering up, but we need to look at it first. That will be a good time for us also to know exactly what to do at this hour. Let's look at it very well. Here you can see that it's above the T line, but the momentum indicators we are seeing already a divergence here. If you look at this histogram started coming down already, and money flow is flat on the 1 hour chart, not looking down, not looking up, just on a sideways movement. But let's look at the 1 hour. The a day chart for NACO is saying that no, they are trying to like the price trying to, but sellers are bringing it down here. You can see this candlestick formation, and when you see this kind of formation on an uptrend, it's a sign of weakness. That means profit taking after hitting the stock already. Yes, it's very bullish on on MACD, very bullish. Money is still entering the stock, but I can see a sign of a curve here. And this candlesticks at this hour for a day chart is not too palatable for a market that is running or a stock that is going up. It's a sign of weakness that you can see here, that they try to go up, but sellers are selling it down at this point. You need to watch the stock. That means if you are here, profit taking, it's not a bad thing to do now for NACO as we speak. If you're in that stock, then quick one, look at what is happening in UPDC. Look at what is happening in UPDC. Let's see what is happening in UPDC. UPDC really is also among the top volume in terms of volume. But let's look at what is happening on UPDC this morning. On a 1 hour chart, is trading above the T line. It's a good sign for me. That is why I said this stock is a stock to watch. Considering that this stock has moved from from a negative earnings to a positive one. Now we are seeing improvement in terms of sentiment, psychology of investor changing towards the stock. It's a good time to into position. It trades around between 105 and 101 for this why. It's a stock that between that range, if you can get it, it's a good one to buy. But when it comes, it will still moving up. You can also see here that it's also trying to turn bullish, but still slightly on a bearish. But once it turns, and money flow has confirmed an uptrend already. Fund entering the stock, not but still above, still below 50 points, but still looking up at 31. For me, it's a good one, and this is a day chart. Let's quickly look at what 1 hour chart is saying about the stock. 1 hour chart is saying that this stock is good. MACD is already, you can see it here, almost confirming that trend I told you. A bullish one, can see it up here. You can see a stronger, candlestick here above the T line. For me, it's a good one. But money flow has not confirmed on the hour chart. You can see stay flat and looking down gradually. This is for UPDC stock. But now, quick one, I want to look at what is happening in Zenith Bank. Let's see the trend in Zenith Bank. Is it what we should look at this hour? What is happening in Zenith Bank? Let's look at what is happening in Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank is among the top gainers. Yes, as we speak, good one. Like also that this is very simple way to know. Looking at your 1 hour chart on it, I can see a positive chart here. You can see that the stock is coming now. It has crossed before. Now it's still trading above the T line. And I told you that when it stopped from here to here was a sell-off. Okay, here you can see, here from here you off the market. Now about to jump out the market because you can see that it's crossing the T line on 1 hour. I tell you that funds is gradually entering the stock, and there's very well sentiment is coming back to Zenith Bank, and that have also reflected slightly on the money flow. It has been flat, but now looking up. MACD is confirming an uptrend. You can see MACD is almost crossing to a bullish side. That is on the 1 hour chart, which is a good sign for Zenith Bank. For me, for those that are in Zenith Bank that want to take position, you can go ahead looking at the chart. But if you look at a day chart, you can see that it's still what is still a bit below the T line, which is not too good here. But we can see what's supporting that daily chart. You can see that money flow has also turned slightly up, looking up again, even though at around 10 points below the 250, but I can see turning off first. That sign that the money is started entering into net bank. You can see it here, big position here. Let's see how it goes this morning. And not only that, this they are dividend paying instrument or stock that you should also watch. For me, Zenith Bank is having a positive technical as we speak now. Tells you that something good is coming. And don't forget that this is a bank that just said 2 days ago, settle the euro bond about almost 500 million, dollar euro bond. It says that this bank is healthy and they're consistent in their dividend payout. Really, whether they will grow their interest this time or not. But I believe that with hike in NPR, it's a plus for all the banks. Despite that there's no increased cost of fund that was associated with it, I believe that they should be at the winning side, or that would be very very nice for them. For me, it's a good one. Technically, we're seeing because I tell you, 1 hour chart for a day trading or even a week trading is very bright. It gives you an insight to what to do. That's why for those that are doing weekly trading, you look at your 1 hour and a day chart to know. For those that are trading a day, your 1 hour and lesser minutes like 15 minutes, 20 minutes will also help you to take to know where the market is heading. I see that Zenith Bank is trying to turn positive, looking good in terms of technical, especially on 1 hour chart. We are seeing a little movement on a day chart. You can see the MACD and also the money flow. Quick one, we want to look at what is happening in fixing. Is it the time for us to jump in, or is it still under like a falling knife? Like I will tell you that you don't catch what a falling knife. You want to know what is the state of fixing so that you can know your position. Let's see fixing. Fixing as we speak is below the T line. Tells you that you can see here after touching as high as even 1220, you can see it has been on a pullback. Then you can see where it goes below the T line. It's still below the T line, and we are seeing this hammer formation here. Still not too. Let's watch and see. But if you come down and look at your histogram here of MACD, still coming down, not looking good. Also, money flow is also looking down, at this week hour. So that means are still selling down. That's why it's among the gainers. But that does not say that the stock is very bad. But you need to look at where is the sentiment changing. You cannot comment. That is why your technicals is very very important. Like I always tell people that if you have not gotten the invest data, no technical toolbox, you need to get it. And not only that, we're also doing more educational videos to guide you on how to take advantage of those indicators and price action to take decision that at the end of the day you become a better investor that will make you smile to the bank. It's very very important. I can see that on a day chart it's not looking too good. Let's look at 1 hour chart for fixing. For 1 hour chart for fixing, I'll tell you it's not also it's a missed one. You can see MACD is bullish while we're seeing the money flow going down and we're seeing volume increasing and stock is trying to also resist the decline on this note. That means if the stock crosses the T line again, that would be a good time to jump back to the stock. I will tell you that. Then you can quickly look at the Sterling Bank and USCN before we look at FBN holding. Let's look at what is happening in Sterling Bank. Sterling Bank Nigeria. Let's see what is happening in Sterling Bank. Let's go to USCN. Not coming up. What's happening in USCN? USCN not coming up. Okay, let's quickly look at what is happening in FBN. Okay, let's see what is. Let's see this stock at level. On a 1 hour chart, I will tell you that this stock after you can see the information we're seeing here, here down. Once you come here, we'll not talk about double bottom. Well, I tell you that the formation is not a bad one. We have seen a correction after something like a head and shoulder here. The next one is to look up. But let's see how it goes. But as speak now, it's slightly above the T line, and MACD on the 1 hour chart is trying to turn positive. But you can see there's still space, but still going down. And money flow is showing that fund is entering in LPM holding at this hour, which is good. But then look at what a day chart. What is the day chart saying about the stock? On a day chart, the stock is below the T line on a day chart. Yes, we need to watch here. You can see the candlestick formation after red here, red here. It's not a good one. You can see since it broke down the T line. You can see MACD is also not looking up or slightly. Okay, to turn positive, let's still wait. And money flow does look up marginally here on a day chart. That means you need to also watch this stock very well. And also don't forget that the market is not so happy with the dividend announcement, dividend of 35 kobo, but we're seeing some strength. I tell people that it is not the numbers of LPM that will move the price, it is shareholding structure that is changing. And see volume again coming again. These are the things that move the price. It is not only the result. Yes, look at their full year result and their Q1. I'll tell you that's a missed number because we see a major factor that changed the number for the full year. Without that major change, that would have been a worst result. But let's see how their future will look like. But I believe that the payout is very small compared to what companies that banks that are selling in that region are paying out for their for their shareholder. That means you need to also watch this stock very well. So those that are in the stock should know when to take position and take your profit. Let's quickly see whether UACN will come up again now. If we didn't, we can now leave it here up. Let's quickly look at it, and that will be the last for today. For our time is fast spent. Here you can see on the day chart, still on a correction mode. You can see the pullback when it breaks down. This is why I tell you, if you use your T line, you always save yourself some headache. Once you've seen here at this point, bail out all these ones until come here again before you can jump in. Don't say because market always follow. Look at also what is happening in MACD. I see that it's coming up. When it crosses the T line, you are free to jump in. And money flow is not looking well again. It's looking down. These are the things we look at for stock. Don't look at only the candlestick. Look at other indicators that is confirming strength or momentum. On a day chart, on a 1 hour chart, slightly above the T line. I'll tell you, you have to watch very well. Bullish, front entering. We have to also look at this this kind of stuff very well. Especially you don't know what is driving them more. Look at their keyword number, not too. But let's see how the investors are perceiving it and how they are reacting to it. That will go a long way to guide us. I will say big thank you at this hour for being with us. Thank you for staying with us throughout the week. We look forward to see you next week, and our question and answer will be coming up tomorrow, hopefully by God's grace at 12 noon. Join us if you have any question. If not, put our social media, our Twitter, you can ask questions, and my team will also respond to you. Yes, for those that are waiting for the data, they ought to have gotten the system that has the data had an issue. They are fixing it. Latest, I know before Wednesday next week, because we're starting those data in that system. Once it is out there, I can send it to you. I know many of you have been calling me. I say wait for this week. So that on Monday, that will notice that we had an issue with the system. Once we're able to bring out the data, you get your year end and other things you want, so that at the end of the day, this investment with date will also guide you to make an informed investment decision. Thank you and God bless you. See you next week.